Alright guys, this is one of our first flips of the year right here. Still December, but she's coming up pretty close. Got us a little HX Honda Civic. It's a 5-speed. We picked her up for 900 bucks. Pretty decent paint fade, but you know, she'll clean up. We're gonna show you all the whole process. I don't know if I'm gonna put these wheels on my car or keep them on this. But she's a little rough, but runs good. Needs to be cleaned up. 5-speed, you know, got a dirty carpet and dirty door jambs and all that. But we're gonna get her touched up, and we're gonna try to re-clear this car and flip her for a profit. All right, guys. We got her all cleaned up. We just washed her, cleaned the rims up a bit. A little bit of oxidization on the rims. Still got some sticker stuff to get off. All this stuff makes a big difference when you go to sell. Sticker stuff there, and I have no clue what the hell they had on here, but try to get all that stuff off and all this. Like I said, we're gonna re-clear it. Clear it, and now we're moving on to the inside. I'll get y'all a better view of the yuckiness and then the before and after. Scrape old inspection sticker off. Oh, let's show you the engine bay. Pressure wash that. Got the super clean and the pressure washer and the wheel brush, aluminum brightener. Engine came out pretty good. Hey, you know you got a good Honda. You know you got a good Honda when your hood pop's still there. If you're a Honda guy, you'll know what I'm talking about. Cleaned her up a little bit. Still got to do some more, but it was pretty rough. All right, we're gonna pull her in the shop and check her out, see what all she needs, and just do an overlook of it. All right, guys, so we've cleaned her up a bit, brought her in the shop, and we're just assessing things. And I've actually robbed the tires off of it and put on my EK hatch because they're HX rims. They're kind of hard to come by, and these will be going back on there, but not with those tires because they got some good tread and they're Michelin XTs. But yeah, we're in the shop, and we do have a check engine light. We have a little misfire. We're checking the plugs. It does have NGK plugs in it. So just took a little wire brush, cleaned those up just a little bit, which they look fine. We know it's got newer wires. The cap looks newer, but I'm gonna pop that cap off next and see what's going on there and try to figure out this little misfire. It's just a slight misfire, like nothing major at all. And then once we get that figured out, I always focus on how it's running before I clean them, before I make them look really good or anything like that. Like this one, I just cleaned up enough to get in the shop, so dirt's not falling everywhere. And yeah, so we're gonna figure out this little miss situation. We shook the front end, made sure we had nothing crazy going on with suspension. Front end's tight. We got a couple new brake lines, and this is something you rarely see on a Honda. The zinc coating is still on the screws and the studs. I don't know if that's because it got serviced at the dealership and they've replaced the screws. I would imagine so, but it's still kind of cool because apparently this is a one-owner car and then got passed to a family member, which would be the second owner, but they haven't owned it for more than 4 or 5 months, and they kind of neglected it. But she's dirty on the inside too. We're gonna show y'all the whole detail situation. The trunk, let's show y'all the trunk, man. This trunk, it's wild. Yeah, look, there you go. some more, but I don't think it's too gone. We're gonna try to sew this up, make this look a little bit better. But she's got no rust. But look at this trunk. Ooh. Yep. So yep. You guys stay tuned, man. We're gonna figure out what's going on with this little misfire, and then once we go from there, then we'll start making the car look good, and then maybe proceeding on to the clear coat, depending on, I got a couple people interested in it already. So that's where we're at. We're gonna diagnose this misfire, see what's going on. As of right now, bought the car for 900 bucks. This battery was 150 bucks. So we're in it 1,000 bucks and 50 bucks or whatever. But I'm thinking about taking this battery back and getting a cheaper battery. I heard someone say I can get a battery somewhere for 50 bucks. So if we can take that back, go back up to 150, we still got a extra 100 bucks to diagnose this misfire and shit. Keep the costs down, more profit for us, and that's the name of the game. All right, deuces. All right, guys. Like I said, we were diagnosing this misfire on this old single cam here, and I believe we found the culprit. So just catch you back up. We check spark plugs. Spark plug wires look new. We checked the cap, even though the cap looked new, and I believe this is the problem. All right, so let's see if we can get you guys in there. If you can look at this cap, look at the crusties on there, on them contact points. Let me get you a flashlight. Here, I got one right here. All right, so look at that. Look at the crust on there. They're on all four of them. Like I said, it wasn't a bad misfire. It was a slight misfire. And I'll give you guys another tip too. If you, whenever you're doing a cap or something like that. So when you're ever doing a rotor cap or anything like that, and you put one on, because sometimes oil or moisture will come into the cap and mess with your ignition coil and igniter wires and all that. So to prevent that, a little extra add of safety is this rubber gasket that goes around. Let's see if we can get it to focus. This rubber gasket that goes around the perimeter. If you take some dielectric grease, like electrical grease, just put a thin coating on it when you put it back in, it'll keep like a moisture barrier. And then also the caps typically have a vent. They typically have a vent on it, which this one doesn't really look like it's got a vent on it. But typically they got a little vent on it to let moisture out. But yeah, that's what I do to all of mine. Make sure you don't kill your coils and stuff. All right, so that's what I believe it is. We're gonna come back and we're gonna clean that up with the wire brush and clean those contacts up, and then start her up and see if we still got a misfire. And also, when we got this car, it was a little over full with oil. It's still a little over full. I'm gonna have to drain a little bit more, I believe. Yeah, it's way up past the dipper stick there, the top reading level, which it was worse than that. That's not even that bad, honestly. So I'm probably gonna drain a little bit more oil out of it, because that's not good for your engine. You don't want too much oil. You can ruin valve seals or bearings. You can cause air bubbles in your oil, in the oil pan, and that could just mean lack of lubrication. All right, so we're gonna clean the cap, put the cap back on, start her up, and see if we still got a check engine light and a misfire. And if we do, we'll go from there. If we don't, we'll still go from there. All right, check back with you. All right, guys. It's another day. We're catching back up on a Wednesday. We bought this car on a Sunday. We got to start her up, see if we fix that misfire situation. All right, put the battery on. right. Still haven't detailed it yet. The cassette player. Gotta get that. Come on, girl. That's our riding buddy right there. Let's see what we got. We got the brake light and the seatbelt light on. That's because the hand brakes up, and then obviously because I don't have my seatbelt on. I think we got her fixed. We're gonna let her warm up here just a minute before I start revving on her. We'll take her on a test drive too. That's a little ugly, but you know. You look good and responsive. Then we got a steel detail. It's the battery tie down. They look good though. No misfire. All right, got back from test drive. Riding buddy back there chilling. Now we're gonna detail. See all this grime down here. We're not gonna be able to get too much of that out down there in the carpets. Yeah. Windows are dirty. Still got window stickers and stuff on the windows. Yeah, it should clean up pretty good. Seats aren't that bad. This driver's seat here, I'll show you. Hold on. A little bit of cracking going on here, but arm. This is not too bad. We're gonna try to sew this up a little bit. Just try to put it together and sew it up, make it look a little less ragged. All right, we're gonna detail her and then come back to you. All right, while we're detailing here, I want to show y'all a cool little trick. See this trim right here? Get you a butane torch and don't want to stay too close because you'll burn it. That's how you make a trim go from that to that, and it makes your car look a lot newer. You know, you bring some life back to her. Doesn't last forever. I'd say a couple months. But, I mean, you can clearly see the difference. We're going to do that all to the trim, too. Make everything look newer. And we got to buff the headlights, too. I'll come back to y'all on that, too. We're going to buff them headlights out. And still got to do the inside. Taking some of them stickers off. We got this goop that was off here. Still a little bit left, but way better than what it was. Had to scrape it with the razor blade a little bit, add a little heat, and then hit it with this goo. This goo off right here. Stuff works pretty good. Now we're taking the stickers off because I believe it affects the sail. You know, I mean, yeah, paint's faded and it's just a little Honda, but clean her up, make her look the best you can. We got them side skirts looking good, nice and shiny. And we're just taking a razor, and just cleaning it off, getting her off of there. All right, we got the seats out because she was nasty. Look at this, boys. Gru, you're gonna have to come up out of there, man. We're getting ready to do some cleaning. I know why we got her so cheap now, boys. I don't know why we come up on the steal of a deal. Looks like somebody was having a baby. All right, we'll check back after we get her all vacuumed out. Gru, you're gonna have to come up out of there, boy. All right, we got her all cleaned up. We got her pretty much detailed. She's ready to go. Oh, come on, dude. Got her all cleaned up. Got the steering wheel cover off. Smells good in here. Got all that junk out of there. We're gonna start her up. Gotta swap my tires off because I got a guy coming to pick this car up the weekend. So bought this car Sunday and selling it Saturday, and worked on it probably 3 days out the week. I gotta swap my tires off and everything. So let's close the hood on her and get her on the lift so we can swap the tires. I'll still probably buff the headlights though, just for fun. All right. What's up with you guys? We're back. We got the car all cleaned up. We got the car fixed, and we're going to sell it right now. We got our buddy meeting us at the shop. I actually didn't even post the car on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp or nothing like that. I just shot a little video out asking if anybody needed a good car on my Facebook story, Instagram, and Snapchat. And one of my buddies is actually interested in the car and wants to buy it. So we're gonna see if he wants it or not. I'm pretty sure he does. So, all right, guys. All right, guys, we're catching back up to you after we sold the car. We're gonna do a breakdown and showed you how much we made. So, bought the car for $900 plus the battery, which was $153. All right, plus we put about 20 bucks worth of gas in it. And what else did we do? Battery, and I think that's all the expenses we had on it. And that equals $1,073. And we sold the car for 26 minus 1073 equals, we profited $1,527 in 1 week. Had the car for 7 days. Not too bad, guys. All right, stay tuned for the next one.